Hi guys, Glenn from Fishing Yak once again. This video is about trying to answer questions that I get sent from fellow kayak fishermen out there or people wanting to get into the sport. They send these questions through to my Facebook page, which is Fishing Yak, or the YouTube page under the same name. I've got 3 questions here. I'll try and answer them as the best I can for the guys that have written into me, and I appreciate what they're doing. First one is from Terry from Brisbane. Hi Glenn. Hey Terry. I'm thinking about buying my first kayak, but unsure about which one to buy. As there are so many, it makes the decision difficult. Good question by Terry there. Now, there's a few things he has to take in consideration. First is the budget. How much does he want to spend? Second is where the kayak is going to be used, whether it's rivers, bays, estuaries, lakes, man-made impoundments. Got to think of those as well. How does he transport the kayak to a fishing location? Where does he store it when he gets it home? Is he able to transport it on top of the roof of a car? Can he get it on top of the roof of a car? Or is he going to use a trailer specifically designed for his kayak? There are a few of the questions that he needs to come up with first before I can give him a fairly good answer. But he's unsure which one to buy, but he needs to look at those few things. So Terry, you need to look at those few things. Look at how much money you want to spend, where you want to use the kayak, how you're going to transport it, and where you're going to store it once you get it back home. Once you get those, mate, just give us a tingle back, send me another message, and I can help you further from that. So that takes care of Terry there. Next one's from Alan from Tasmania. Beautiful Tassie. Been there, do yourself a favour, go and have a look, it's a great place. Hi Glenn, I'm enjoying your videos and the information you provide. My question is, do I need to buy or use a fish finder? I've been fishing from my kayak for 4 months now, hope you can help me on this. Well Alan, at the end of the day you've been fishing for 4 months. The question is, do you need a fish finder? Basically the question is no, you don't need a fish finder. I have one, but then I've gone full circle with my kayak fishing. There's guys out there that have never used one, never need one, don't want one. Then there's people such as myself that I've got to have one. So I've got one, but for you, it's up to yourself. It's an individual thing. You've only been doing it for 4 months. I'd suggest you fish a full 12 months. Fish a full 12 months out of your kayak. Then make a decision whether you want to buy one or not. Yeah, sure, they help you with finding fish, obviously, structure of the bottom that you're fishing, water temperature, speed, GPS. You get the thermocline, split screen, black, white, colour. They are a great thing to have on a kayak, don't get me wrong, but do you really need one? Look, personally I don't think so, but if you think later on down the track that it's going to improve your fishing, well, give it a go. Buy one. You can get them from $150 up to $1,000. But have a good look around and see if you get on the Fishing Yak or any of the YouTube fishing channels or any of the kayak fishing websites and have a look and just keep on asking questions. But at this stage, 4 months into it, I'd say just hang off a bit, mate. Save your money and wait for another 12 months or so of fishing from your kayak, and then probably invest in one. But at this stage, no, I don't think you need one. I hope that helps you, Alan, down there in Tasmania. The next one's Gary from Sydney, a local boy. Hi Glenn, can I rooftop a big kayak on a small hatchback car, as this is the only mode I have for translating my kayak? Simple question, simple answer. You can do it, but keeping in mind each state has lengths or restrictions as how far the kayak or a roof, something on the roof of your car can be extended from the front of the vehicle to the back of the vehicle. New South Wales, they're fairly lenient on that, but the important thing there is that you have to tie the front of the kayak and the back of the kayak as well. Not only through the middle, around your roof racks, but front and back. Tie them down as well so it keeps that kayak snuggled down onto your kayak, onto your roof, under the kayak cradles or on your roof rack. But yes, you can you can transport a bigger kayak on a small hatchback car as long as you tie it down properly. Now, I'll be doing a bit of a demonstration on that very shortly, actually. It's one of the videos we've got planned here at Fishing Yak for people that are worried about putting kayaks on small vehicles, because the cars are getting smaller. Sure, they might be SUV things, but they are getting smaller in length, and our kayaks seem to be getting longer. So that's a good question there, Gary, but keep tuned and I'll show you what I'm doing there. Last but not least, it's Peter from Sydney. Hi Glenn, I was wondering if you can help me with this. I've owned my kayak for 3 years now, but I've noticed that I'm taking on water after each trip. I think I know where we're leading with this. I know where we all take on a little bit of water, especially with a sit-on-top kayak, which is what I have. The amount of water on board after a trip would fill 3 large cups. Do you have any idea how to find the leak in my kayak? Well, Peter, there is a few ways you can find leaks on kayaks. Now, you don't say how you transport your kayak once it's off the roof of the car or off your trailer. Have you got one of them trolleys that has the 2 arms that go through the scupper holes of your kayak? Because that can be a problem. Or do you have a strap like a C-Tug trolley where it just sits on top? If you're using a kayak trolley with the 2 legs that go up through the scupper plugs, they move around as you're moving the kayak. Now, the weakest part of the kayak is where the scupper plugs meet. In other words, it's a one piece, because a kayak, when you look at it, is 2 pieces of plastic formed together like that. Like, if you can see that, like that. And to keep them separated but joined, they form the scupper holes. And it's like a tube. Now, that tube can split after a while with the use of those particular kayak trolleys. I'm not saying those kayak trolleys are bad. They're not bad. You just have to be careful how you use it. Now, if that's what's happening and you're using one of those trolleys, you don't say, but I'm just presuming that's what you're using, the way to do it is to get a torch and to shine it in one of your hatches towards where the scupper holes are, right? And if you can see light coming through that scupper plug, you've got a crack. Now, there's ways you can fix that as well. Now, what I suggest, Peter, when you've got time, go and do that. Put your kayak on the ground, put a torch inside and have a look, and then get someone to stand outside the kayak and see if you can see that light coming through that split in your scupper hole. If that's happening, that's where the water's coming in. Now, I can tell you how to fix that hole, but I need you to go out and do that and then come back to me with another question time. So, Peter, I wouldn't really worry about it, but that crack could get bigger over time, but it's good to get onto it now. Great question. It's a very simple fix. The answer's fairly simple as well. I try to keep that as basic as possible. So I hope that helps you, but come back to me, Peter, on that, because it's a very rare thing that happens, but it does happen, and it can be fixed, mate. So don't lose any sleep over it. Just go out when you can, get someone there, put the torch in, shine it through, see if the light comes through a hole on your scupper tube. If it does, get back to me and I'll show you how to repair it. I'll tell you how to repair it. It's very simple. You'd be surprised how simple it is to fix. So that's about it, guys. That's how many questions is that? It's 4 questions there. There'll be more of these as time goes on. I really appreciate the questions you're sending me in the comments. Keep it up. Just like us on Facebook under Fishing Yak, YouTube Fishing Yak. Remember to hit the subscribe button. And we're here to help here at Fishing Yak. We are here to help, and there's some good things coming. We've got some great things planned for Fishing Yak in the future, and I'm really enjoying the comments that I'm getting. So until then, as I always say, in kayak fishing, no question is a silly question. So until then, take care. See you on the water. This video proudly brought to you by Fishing Yak, the original kayak fishing information channel.